All right. Looks like we've got visual. We've got sound, it looks like. So, welcome to the Action Sturge.
Woo!
Tonight, tonight we've got some awesome. We're back in Duskfall. We got some Blades in the Dark, which is a fun game. I believe the tagline is a haunted Victorian era city surrounded by an electrical fence powered by demon blood. So, which is full of nice little visuals there. That will be our setting for the night, and we have quite a story. These scoundrels, these ruffians, if you will, are clawing their ways to the top of top of the heap in Duskfall, and so let's go ahead and before we start, I got some got to do a shout out to dndwow.com. They're super cool. Our friends over there, they give us some dice to give away sometimes, and we love that. And they also have a code that you can use over at their website to get 10% off of a color changing metal die. If you just use our code theactionsturge at checkout, you can get that. So check them out. Let them know what we sent you, and then check back here every now and again because we'll have some dice to give away. So, and let's see, tonight we're down one member of the gang. However, we shall press on. Let's start with Paul tonight. Go ahead and introduce yourself and introduce your character, and yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Paul. I am playing Professor Hamilton Faraway. He is an elderly gentleman who has a wonderful life in this hellish city. He's rather posh, very fun to play. He is a whisperer, which is kind of like a ghost mage. So he communicates with the dead, and he has rituals and things like that. So I'm in the process of making a homunculus for a close friend.
Yes, because you have to have a hobby, right? So, and Forkpuff, go ahead and tell us about yourself. Tell us about your character.
Hey everybody, I'm Fork Puff, otherwise known as Maddie. I'm here on the Action Sturge a lot. I'm playing Lester, otherwise known as Les, and he is the Hound. He's essentially the sharpshooter of the group, and definitely very gruff and quiet and reserved and keeping to himself, but also somehow a total chick magnet. So learn a thing or two, ladies.
Wonderful. And Terry, tell us about Reginald.
Sorry, Terry, I think you muted.
There we go. My name is Terry. I'm playing Reginald Copperfield. He is a leech, so a Victorian mad scientist, essentially, and purveyor of apparently drugs. As my side job.
And ill-timed explosions.
Yes, exactly.
Which we definitely had nothing to do with, and they can't prove it.
Can't prove a thing.
Excellent. And so that's what we'll be doing tonight. We do this every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We alternate between these like really story, like character-driven campaigns. We alternate between them and our dungeon crawler, which is a fantastic and wild and crazy adventure that quite frankly shouldn't exist anywhere at any time. But it's
should
great.
totally come watch it.
But it's a great time, yes. And you can the viewers can actually come and while you watch us on Twitch, you can earn points, and then you can spend those points during our dungeon crawler nights to enhance the game a little bit. You can spawn monsters or give our champions magic armor and weapons. You can make people draw from the deck of many things, and of course, wild magic is a crowd favorite. So be sure to come check that out next week. We'll be doing that, and any points you earn here tonight, you can spend next week.
Use them to screw over Nick as much as possible.
Dude, Nick has without fail every week, every dungeon crawler been banished. Like his character's been gotten the gem and had his soul sucked out, or gotten the other one that the void.
Sometimes multiple times in the same session. His backup character. Oh look, that one gets sucked into a jar. His other character. Oh look, that one's banished and his soul's gone.
I've never seen such luck.
He just really doesn't want to be there.
All right, cool. So if I recall correctly, last time we broke into a warehouse. We stole some blood, some Leviathan blood, I think, for an alchemist friend, or are they called something different in this? I think they're still alchemists, right?
Yes.
Apothecary, yeah. Stasia, I think, who is Reginald's friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we stole some blood for her and for the red sashes, I think, is what they're called. Sorry, I'm so uncertain. The red sashes, which is another gang who is notably involved in chemicals, and they are setting up a little bit of an operation. I believe you get to be involved with that operation. I think you guys get like 1 coin a session, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did invest in them.
Yeah, interest on our wonderful investment, as long as that investment holds, of course.
Yes, and
If not, we'll have to have words.
but you not only did you find the blood in the safe that you broke into, in the warehouse that you broke into, you also found another curious boon, a young lady, seemingly in a slumber, who is now at the doc's house, right?
Professors.
Oh, sorry, the professor.
She's in a spare room, not to be disturbed even by the servants.
Yeah.
And
not sure what to do about her and the crazy ghost lady.
I was about to say, yeah, she's not alone. She is accompanied by a ghost. So that happened, and then of course there was. I remember very clearly that you guys fucked up this one of the dock guards. The rather like big powerful lady. You guys fucked her up pretty bad. I believe you melted her face, and
then set her on fire.
yes, but she
Oh god, that poor lady.
and surprisingly she did not die. So
she was blinded, shot twice, stabbed, and then her face was melted off with lightning.
Yeah.
So yeah, and all of that was in pursuit of earning some coin, earning some rep, to bolster your gang a little bit. You do have a couple jobs in the air, couple floating job offers in the air. You do have a job that you have to perform for your beloved allies, the Foghounds, at some point, and I think that's essentially what I've got. So we will start the scene in your guys' base of operations.
Our wonderful by the water hideout.
Yes.
We have achieved maximum crew experience. So we are able to get a upgrade or 2 upgrade boxes or a new special ability. Should we just go for the boxes? What do you guys think?
Let's see.
The boxes is like luxury fence, turf, etc., things like that. And I think to do the turf, we have to do an event to basically take control of turf. Is my understanding of how it's written. But we do have access to a luxury fence and a fleet.
I think it might be the other way around. I think turf might be relatively. I think turf might be relatively free to come by, but the other things, like the things that give you like special things, I think those are usually quest involved.
That makes it easy then.
And then you don't
Yeah.
have to stick to the map. You can actually go for something across the map, but it's harder to get. So
What
Yeah,
kind
you've
of upgrades are available?
So, if you have a look under the moon cursors, under we have upgrades here. So, but we also have the upgrade boxes, which I believe is the turf, is my understanding of how that works.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I
But
see.
we can get a special ability instead, which is part of the upgrade kind of whole situation. Don't want to, spend too much time going over. Oh, look, we've got this fancy stuff, but at the same time, we have fancy stuff.
Yeah. Where are the crew upgrades in the website?
Just looking for that now. Bum, 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 bum. Crew upgrade examples. So we have this list, which I'll just post into this. That's not going to work. Okay. That's not going to work either. I'll just give you the link.
Yeah. Alright, let's see.
while you guys are looking for that, I'm gonna ask, or I'm gonna answer. I believe that's More Cake. More Cake's question. We've got a leech, what, oh shoot, now I can't remember. We've got a leech,
You can work it out. I believe in you.
oh goodness.
A hound.
A hound. That's what I was trying to remember. Yours. A hound and a whisper. And normally we have a lurk here as well, but he is unfortunately lurking somewhere else today.
Probably an auto repair shop or hospital, by the sound of it.
A whisper, yes. I believe the professor is a whisper.
Yes, I am your ghost arcane mage, performing rituals and making homunculus and all sorts of other fun stuff.
And still being home by dinner time.
Of course. I would never miss my lobster bisque. I have the luxuries of a posh gentleman, and I will be imbibing in them as much as I physically can. Yeah, to make it simple, we could just go for some turf and then save a point until we do one of these things. Or we could just get an upgrade for the crew, like the training one.
We can also...
We're probably going to need the vault soon, too.
That's what I was looking at.
I completely agree.
Yeah,
Because
we've been getting some pretty good snags.
Yeah, we only have 4 storage inside the crew base by itself. We've been moving the coin over to our own spaces, of course, and kind of combining it and doing it that way, which hasn't been an issue, but of course it might be later. Especially considering we need gold to pay off the foghounds, regardless if we do their job or not. We just need more if we don't.
Yeah, I believe you guys still owe 2 gold. Or 2 coin.
I think it's 2 coin if we do the job and 5 if we don't. Was that true?
I think
We already paid them the coin.
Now
We just need to do the job.
That might be true as well. I'm inclined to believe that because you guys did earn coin last time.
Do we not use that to level up, though?
I think you did a bunch with it. I think it was a lot of coin.
Yeah, it was. You're right.
Yeah, I think we leveled up and paid off the non-job debt.
Spot on.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of a vault, honestly.
Seconded. Alright, let's get a vault.
And I mean, just me personally, I'm kind of looking at workshop.
Understandably.
Of course, you guys. Yeah.
For both of us.
I'm not going to complain about a good old workspace.
Do we get to choose 1 or 2?
Well, 2 upgrades or 1 special ability.
Oh yeah, the special ability is something else.
Where's the special abilities?
Are the special abilities the ones in turf, and are the upgrades the crew upgrades? I wonder, probably.
Where's the cruise? Well,
We've leveled up the crew recently, audience, and we are experiencing how the frick you level that up.
Oh, here they are. Crew special abilities. It's under crew and then crew playbook if you scroll down. There's deadly, death veil, no traces, patron, blah 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 blah.
Oh yes, you're quite right. Oh yeah.
7 special abilities for your crew.
Death Veil. So I'll read them out, I guess. Deadly. Each PC may add 1 plus action rating to hunt, prowl, or skirmish, up to a max rating of 3. Death Veil. Due to hard-won experience or occult ritual, you don't take extra heat when killing is involved on a score. Maybe a good idea for us, because we're a bunch of fucking psychopaths. Excuse my French.
Hey, it's all accidental.
Yeah, the timer on that bomb was definitely accidental. When you keep an operation quiet or make it look like an accident, you get half the rep value of the target rounded up instead of 0. When you end downtime at 0 heat, take 1 rep. So we get a rep for keeping ourselves on the lowdown, which I don't think we're very good at. Oh, when you advance your tier, it costs half the coin it normally would. That could be very useful.
Yeah.
Predators. When you use a stealth or deception plan to commit murder, because obviously some people need to die, take +1d to the engagement roll. Very useful if someone has to go, such as Cal, you piece of shite. We got Fiends. Fear is as good as respect. You may count each wanted level as if it were turf. Oh, that's interesting. So turf you can use for like the engagement roll and all sorts of other rolls. So if we were very evil, we could get bonuses for being evil. Forged in Fire. Each PC has been toughened by cruel experience. You get +1d to resistance rolls. So that's like resisting like evil effects, like when poor Horatio had his arm ripped apart by a ghostly ichor from the boat. War Dogs. When you're at war, -3 faction status. Your crew does not suffer -1 hold, and PCs still get to do that. We could have used that day 1. So you remember that negative thing we had? We couldn't do anything because we were at war.
Yeah.
That pretty much negates that.
Where are you guys seeing this at?
So go to where it says crew on the little website, and then it's under crew playbook. There you go. And if you scroll down,
There you go, for your own edification.
and there's some more crew upgrades, it looks like, as well.
Yeah, there were
I'm
example
not
ones.
gonna lie. I'm liking the idea of a vault, but like I was scrolling down and I was looking at the very bottom one. It says just passing through. During downtime, take -1 heat. Because I remember we take a lot of heat too, don't we?
Well, because we do commit
Crazy things.
and we are a remarkably successful audience, let's not forget. But at the same time, we are complete psychopaths.
Or
Not a
Death
bad idea.
Veil. Death Veil is pretty cool too.
Okay, so my confusion is I'm looking at the PDF sheet, and Death Veil is a special ability for assassins.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that kind of has both. Looking at this, because I also saw it in the Assassin playbook, and I was like, "What you mean?"
Well,
Same description as well. Due to hard-won experience or occult ritual, you don't take extra heat when killing is involved on a score.
I don't think so. I think it has something else.
It might have the same name, but it might have like a different description.
Yeah, I'll look it up again. Yeah, I like the idea of a vault. I think some of these special abilities are also fairly great. Definitely Death's Veil, if that's how that one works, because that would be very useful. We are killing people quite a lot. Obviously, ideally we don't, but things happen. Or the All Hands could be incredibly useful, which is during downtime, one of your cohorts may perform a downtime activity for the crew to acquire an asset, reduce heat, or work on a long-term project.
I think that would be... I think I like that one.
Because we can use that to reduce heat. or work on some of the projects we've got.
What Ellen wants to do for us, since she's our lady.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since we upgraded our crew, we actually have employees now.
We do.
Yeah.
We do actually have cohorts, so this could be quite useful.
Yeah, I think all hands is really good.
I like it.
Do we want to name our NPC crewmates, or are they just like dogs without a name?
It depends on what you want to do.
All dogs go to heaven, but I'm not sure about these NPCs.
Oh my god.
How many do you get?
Oh, I just saw something in where was it? It was talking about the size of tier sizes, and basically the size of your tier determines the size of your gang.
Yeah, dude, we'll name
no idea where that is though.
NPCs after the all dogs go to heaven dogs. Don't think I won't.
Yes. I was either thinking that or the Atlantis cast, like Vinny, the mole.
Well, and you can actually add them to the sheet as well. There's a little section for cohorts, so you can create little stat blocks for them.
Yeah, how many do we get since we upgrade? Is there a number?
We're tier 1, so the trying to see that too.
I know, I've seen it before. The crew size.
That's my life with this book. Just flipping around forever. All right.
I know it's in here.
Cohorts. Here we go. If your crew is tier 0, your gang quality is 0, and scale is 0. So 1 to 2 people. Okay, yeah. So there's a sheet that we can reference. So it's tier 1. So the quality will be 1, and the scale will be 1. So if I go down here to the sheet, which I believe is under rituals and crafting. Oh, there it is. So scale 1, so 3 to 6 people, 3 to 6 people, and quality will be 1 as well. So quality will be adequate.
So how do we choose between 3 to 6 people? Do we just roll a d3?
No, you can have 6 if you want.
I imagine we have to pay them.
That's
built in. Yeah, I think it's all built in. Like your tier is an abstract of sort of the general amount of wealth you have, and the things you can afford. Just based off of the supposed money that you have coming in, or that you've invested to be tier 1 and whatnot. So I think it's all taken care of, unless
we have a rep.
Huh?
We have kind of like a rep, and they want to work for us to work their way up our ladder, kind of situation, kind of thing too.
Right.
We're known now.
Or it's just not really focused on, I guess. It doesn't have to be transactional of I would give these guys a coin every time. It's just assumed with everything that it takes to get to move up a tier. I think it's just kind of assumed that you have this quality of stuff.
And you can train cohorts to be experts, which does cost coins. So I suppose there is kind of also that aspect to it.
Right,
where you can make them better.
Yeah.
But I am all for all hands then, because it means we have 6 extra downtime actions.
Yes.
It's pretty huge.
Well, see, in my mind, I'm kind of assuming we're doing smaller jobs, simple contraband transportation around the city. And that's kind of what the cohorts are doing. And we're doing the big jobs.
Yeah.
I agree. And I think that's also blends it, because they can do acquiring assets and things like that, which could be transporting the cargo and things with all hands.
Right.
Because it gives them more life. But also, that's 6 extra downtime actions. That's huge.
Yes.
We get 2 each. As an example to the audience, downtime actions are fairly important. They help us reduce the amount of heat we take from a score, train new abilities, do things like that. I'm making a homunculus an example with Terry's help, as he's the mad scientist. So they could help on that. It's quite a lot they could do. Oh, yeah.
Now we just need to name them.
Hey, Kitchums with 5 community sub gifts. Thank you so much.
Whoa!
Thank you so much.
You.
One for Score, one for the real the real Brems, one for CPT Florence, and one for Lord Cadmus. And one for Lord Richter. Hey, Kitchums.
Hello, you. Good to see you again.
Thank you so much.
You
Mr. Big Spender's
you.
back. Well, you're very kind, sir. Thank you very much. Would Kitchens like to name one of our cohorts in honor?
Let's
there you go.
Name one of our cohorts.
Okay, Kitchens, we have these dogs that are part of our cohort. They're not actually dogs, but they're dogs. Would you like to name one? That's something you would like. Because we're currently thinking of that right now. Bloodshot.
There we go.
he wanted it to be Blood's Heart, or the guy, the character, the NPC wanted it to be Blood's Heart, but everybody just
Bloodshot.
Bloodshot is actually very appropriate for Duskfall. This is an evil setting full of really fricked up stuff.
All right. Bloodshot.
You go ahead and add him to the cohorts list.
Is that it?
And
Go on, add him.
while we're here as well,
Adding him now.
Lovely.
Oh yes.
Rest of the chat, throw out some names, and we'll start.
All right, come on, guys.
Them to our little crew. We got
give
of
it.
6.
Give us the boys.
The boys.
Bloodshot is the name of my psychopath barbarian. I have to pay tribute because he's my favorite character ever. Bloodshot.
That is such a barbaric
His
name.
legacy lives on.
Bloodshot the Mighty. What was his nickname?
Bloodshot the Bully. Bloodshot the Big.
Bloodshot the Big. I like that.
Yeah.
It's BB.
BD. BB.
I think he would be a thug. What do you guys think? So we have options: Adepts, Rook, Rover, Skull, or Thug. I think he's a thug.
Yeah,
Bloodshot.
sounds like a thug to me. Barbarian, killer, brawlers, and rustabouts.
Yeah, it's gotta be right. I think he's tenacious and savage. Seems very barbarian-esque. Have to let me know if there's something else going on there. There we go. And then we have some more.
Yeah, come on, Moorcake. I know you're listening. Give us an NPC name.
Yeah, anyone with any NPC names they want our cohorts to be. Our little dogs. If not, we're going to name them something stupid. And it won't be you, it'll be us. Haha.
What's some of the dogs go to heaven? All dogs go to heaven. Doggy names. Charlie. But that's boring. Killer. Carface. Hellhound.
Jedediah Summerleaf. Is that Jebediah? Jedediah? How do you say that, Kitchums?
Jedediah.
Jedediah.
Oh, Jedediah, of course, yes.
Here,
So we've got Jedediah Summerleaf. Sounds like a very nature-esque person. And we also have Vinny from Atlantis. I'm glad someone liked the Atlantis theory. I also agree. So Jedediah Summerleaf. Dinkles? Alright, Dinkles. What do you imagine Dinkles as, Nethel? You know, what is Dinkles in your mind? Is he loyal? Is he unreliable? Is he fearsome? What is Dinkles?
Now I'm just reading over the cohorts here.
Please do.
Let's see.
It kind of feels like we're creating a gang. Each cohort seems to be a gang of people, not an individual person.
Right, yeah. So it'd be like a gang of adepts or a gang of thugs.
Yeah.
And while you can individualize them, it appears to me that they would act as a unit.
I believe you're right. So it sounds like we're gonna have one gang of thugs, by the sound of it.
But you can still individualize them and give them names and stuff. But I believe they
which
act
I think we'll
as
do.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got 3 so far. We have the let's say the leader of the thugs is Mr. Bloodshot. He is the leader of this band of thugs. Then we have Jedediah. Jedediah Summerleaf in all caps. Dinkles. Who else do we have? Oh, Vinny. Baxter. And we need one more. What we got? Dinkles the Tickler. Okay, Dinkles the Tickler it is. You got it. I mean, that's a great nickname. Completely agree with Fork. So we need one more name, ladies and gents, for this band of merry thugs. Jax. Well, Jax. Isn't it? Jax. Jacques.
Jacques.
Oh, yeah, it's Jacques.
I fucking love Dinkles.
Dinkles the Tickler is his title. I think that's great and I love it. In our cohort so far, we have Bloodshot, Jebediah Summerleaf, Dinkles the Tickler, Vinny, Baxter, and Jacques.
Beautiful. Nice.
Beautiful. And I think the gang will probably...
Tickler? I think he scares me the most.
I think the name of our cohort is the Big Boys. What do you guys think?
The Big Boys. BB.
Big Boys.
There's a lot of thugs here. The BBs.
BBs. Dinkles runs that fucking joint. I feel bad for anyone who's in Dinkles' backstory.
Well, Neff, you're going to go ahead. If you want to go ahead and write that out for us, that would be great.
Motherfucking Dinkles.
I would love to know the backstories of Dinkles the Tickler.
I want to be in Dinkles' backstory.
I mean, that's an eventful backstory if I've ever heard one.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's a cohort done. And we got upgrades, so we are done.
Excellent. All right.
Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way.
Thank you for the follow score. Welcome to the gang.
Hello, welcome. Glad to have you.
Would you like to be a part of Dinkles the Tickler's backstory?
Yes, we have now rebranded the gang to the Ticklers.
The Ticklers. Oh shit, that's great.
The Ticklers.
Because we tickle every enemy's fingers and we steal all their stuff. So we've got all hands, so all of our crew can now do something interesting during our downtime. Which is lovely.
Absolutely lovely.
It's absolutely adorable. I can't wait to see what Bloodshot and the Dinkle the Tinkle...
Dinkle the Tinkle.
The Tickler.
Tinkle the Tinkle. Not gonna lie, I think I'd
That's
rather lead an uneventful life than be anywhere near the Tickler.
Honestly, in Duskfall, you may not have a choice. The tickler finds everyone eventually.
Speaking of Dinkler, look at the dog behind you there, John.
The Remy Dink.
Dinkler, if I've ever seen one.
Hey, doggo.
He's a dink licker. That's what he is.
Oh, that sounded naughty.
He is.
He keeps it to himself, so.
Ew.
All right, let's. Yeah. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do today? What's the plan?
What is the
Oh,
plan?
did you guys finish upgrading? Have you chosen? So you got your cohorts. You got your. What'd you guys end up choosing for the upgrades?
All hands, allowing our cohort members to.
Yeah, did you add that to the foundry thing? Sweet.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'd also like to point out that Morecake is yelling at you in chat, John.
I saw. I can't look him in the eye. So. And I feel like Dinkles and Bloodshot would be the most awkward of best friends.
They would.
I think so too. I reckon they grew up together, Dinkles and Bloodshot. I reckon they got their names together. They established their presence.
Yeah.
In the wonderful city of Duskval, maybe in Black Goat Court or something.
People used to like shit on them for their names, and they just like teamed up, and they've been unstoppable since.
Mm-hmm. Establishing their own band of thugs and barbarian liz, the ticklers. Okay, I'm renaming it. It's not a big fuss anymore. It's the ticklers.
Oh shit.
All right, they are the ticklers.
So usually we go to Ellen for some leads on stuff, right?
Yeah, so we have Ellen. We can also consult my book, which will tell us like some optimal scores. Mm-hmm. It costs me some stress to do so, but of course I have to do. What do you guys think we should try and aim to do today? What should be our criminal escapade?
Well, I mean, it's always about money, but let us see.
What we know is that the Hive is still trying to gain access to that particular spice in that area, which would give us an in with the Hive trade network.
Well, I believe that was the job that the Foghounds required your assistance with.
Oh, okay. Right, well that is convenient. Because obviously we want to meet the Hive too. But
however, and also I forgot to mention the one little detail about the warehouse job, which was that the safe that you guys stole from was marked for the Hive.
Oh, we know. I remember that.
I remember that.
Wasn't us.
Yeah, we had no idea what that was about.
We were never there.
So.
Whoa! A gifted sub.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Neff.
Paying it forward.
Very kind, my friend. Yes. What a love.
Thank you.
Okay, so I feel like we should probably either do something that gets us, maybe not. I mean, would the Hive know it was us? I get the feeling we were very careful not to be seen or identified.
Well, that and the one person that got a good look at us is blinded now, so.
Yeah, and she didn't even really get that good a look. It was in the darkness. Right. And, you know, if she's somehow miraculously still alive.
Yeah.
You did not hear the bell.
No, that's true. We didn't hear the bell. For the audience at home, when anyone dies in Duskval, a bell is rung, and ravens can be seen circling above. So murder in this criminal game is a bit difficult to get away with. Also, everyone's corrupt and evil, including the police, especially the police.
And they're rated as like a tier 4 gang, so
they will you up.
So yeah. So what you guys want to do?
Something low key. Maybe. What do you guys think?
Are there any other leads that you guys are trying to follow up?
It has been so long, I can't even remember.
The one I specifically remember was the Hive, but I get the feeling there was also something to do with transporting some goods to a basement that needed drugs. It was a club that needed drugs, and we were gonna have to move them from point A to point B. But that was last month's score. Obviously, that might change now. There may be new scores.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking the thing I posted in the Discord I'd like to do at some point, but I don't know if we should do it without Horatio.
Yeah. I really love that too.
Yeah, I would love to do that, but I wouldn't want to do it without
Yeah,
him.
I want to make sure everybody's here to do that. I'm so excited about that sort of scenario, but
what if let's see here. How about let's see. What if all right, so I'm gonna throw out a couple things. Ellen always has work. If you want to go talk to her.
Absolutely.
She's always got work. There's also something Reginald that you have seen. Oh wait, is it Reginald or is it? I think. Oh, actually, it's the professor, I believe. Sorry, 1 second.
I play with chemicals. I see a lot of things.
Yes.
We could also possibly investigate this ghost girl thing. Don't you have a ghost friend that can see and talk to other ghosts?
I was about to say, if we wanted to kind of go deeper down that path, I think the only people that would specifically know more would be the Hive. Because they're the ones who kidnapped her in the first place. But how do we broach that question? How do we know what's in the safe?
Yeah. You don't think your ghost friend could, talk to the other ghost lady?
The other ghost lady, from my experiences, was not very cooperative. She was more hostile and defensive of the young one. It could be the mother, it could be a friend, or some other entity. It's hard to say, but she was very adamant about certain things. The girl is not waking up, and I haven't had time, unfortunately, to look into why. I'm sure my friend would be able to possess the young girl and share in her memories, which may illuminate certain things, but in doing so would undoubtedly enrage the ghost that follows her.
Well, I don't know how, but if we could at least get a name, that would give us a start.
Do you think maybe Stasia would help us with her too? She's your friend. She's into that weird sort of occult stuff.
No, she's an apothecary.
Yeah, she's elbow deep in some manufacturing some drugs right now.
Speaking of the occult, though, we do have a very good friend in the canal boats. Oh, who's Ellen working for again? The crew.
The
gondoliers.
Gondoliers. Yeah.
The gondoliers have a reputation in some circles for being very ritualistic and into the occult themselves. If we're searching for answers about them. Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking that. Although that would be admitting that obviously we did the job and stole the girl. Well, I should say rescued the girl for now. I also do have a concern with Nirax. If I did somehow convince him to possess the girl, he may not want to let her go. He's expressed quite a few desires for his own permanence.
He absolutely has.
Which I am working on. I can't reveal more at this point because I'm still in the research stage, but... Yes.
But that might be something kind of low-key that we could look into. It's kind of very personal and close to us. I don't know where we'd start. Maybe with Ellen.
I feel like maybe we go talk to Ellen about some jobs, and then while we're there, we broach the subject of this possessed girl, or this girl who will not wake up. Maybe we search for an answer to that first. Maybe not specifically that this girl came from anywhere, just like we found a girl that will not wake up no matter what, and we think that the ghosts are involved.
Yeah.
Then again, I also have a strong feeling that maybe we should be a bit more tactful and go about business as usual and put this on a more subdued approach. Approach it in our downtime, our personal time, as a project.
How about, instead of asking about a girl that won't wake up, we find out if there's a way to transport people in crates, like some type of suspended animation.
Well, that's a very clever thought. Keep it so they don't have to feed them or do anything else of the sort.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the way you
clients that needs. We might have some clients that need some long-term passage, as opposed to straight out saying we have something.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll take us down a path to find out what's been done to her, and maybe we can undo it, and then ask her directly.
I like that quite a lot. Especially as this lady or this little girl must be either incredibly wealthy, come from wealth, or something of the sort. She wouldn't be in such a place otherwise.
Yes. Or she's incredibly dangerous, which, it's always fun to see.
Certainly possible. I've seen weirder things in the weave. Wait, that's D&D. In the ghost veil, I should say.
And yeah, it's still like in my mind. I knew exactly what you're talking about.
It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Should we go for a job, or should we investigate this little girl further?
I think that we should do this job and basically investigate this girl kind of subtly on the side.
I agree.
All right.
Yes, and if you'd like to, you could also make investigating the girl a long-term project as well that you can invest in.
Exactly.
I was thinking the same thing. Maybe our henchmen can go rough up some people about how to transport individuals in suspended animation, as our good friend here suggested. Have you thought about that before, Reginald? Have you thought about transporting people in some form of suspended state before? Is this why you...
Well, I'm thinking that's why she is the way she is. I mean, I'm trying to think of a scenario where you would just keep a person in a vault long term. I'm thinking it might have just been a stopping point.
In which case, a stopping point to where the mystery continues to evolve.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's going to have to be a project. We can have our guys help. So we'll go see Ellen and make some scores.
All right. So as you guys cross the silk over to the docks that are concealed by fog, this perpetual fog. You'll step up on the rickety docks and you'll see the shack. You can see the flickering light of a single candle lit inside the window. And when you enter, you will see Ellen there. She's when you guys come in, and she'll greet you the same as always, but you can see that her one of her cheeks is a little swollen, and her arm is wrapped with some dirty cloth. And when she gets up to greet you, she sort of winces in pain a little bit as she steps. She puts some weight, shifts her weight off of her right leg, and she says, Oh, good you're here.
Oh my god, lady, what happened to you?
She says, what do you mean?
And you look as beautiful as ever, but you are a bit more restrained than normal. You're a bit injured, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, this. It's nothing. Just a run in with some of the dockers is all.
Well, we must get that properly looked at.
And
You don't want to catch an infection.
she says, and in fact, what?
An infection, dear lady. Someone of your talents and skills, it'd be sad to lose you to such a small flight. It can be quite deadly.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I soaked it in alcohol.
So I now have the physicker ability. Can I tinker on her
Yeah, absolutely.
as we talk?
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't even say you.
I was waiting for it.
I wouldn't even say you'd need to roll for it. You can just see to some of her wounds. If you unwrap the bandage, you can see it looks like she got sliced up pretty good with a knife on her arm that is wrapped up, and obviously she's taken some blows to the face. But
yeah, anybody messes with you, they mess with us at the same time.
well, she says, look, I didn't want to say anything because I know how you guys are, but after that warehouse got hit, the doctors were looking for answers, and people who weren't providing them, me included, well, we paid a price. But don't worry about it. It's really nothing at all. It comes with the territory, and I didn't rat on you, and business is still good.
Regardless, if it ever goes anything more than this, and you ever feel like yourself are in danger, you always have an ally in the Moon Curses.
I thank you for that. True friends are hard to come by in this city, and well, I don't want to get all sappy. You guys are looking for work, right?
That is indeed why we are here, yes. Maybe something that would help better your situation at the same time?
She says, well, I got a couple things. She says she'll look at Reginaldo.
Reg?
Yeah. who's patching her up, and she'll say, I got something you might like. Where's it at? Some workers over at I believe the mire? Is that where it would be? Looks like a mining place, does it not? Yeah, so she says some workers over at the mire. They've been on strike for a little while now. Things are starting to get bloody. They could use some more party favors, if you know what I mean. You'd have to slip in past the blue coats, of course, and the other thugs they have guarding, making sure no one gets in or out. But there'd be some money in it if you did, plus some reputation with the laborers. She says, I still got that. That artifact delivery in the works to the sisters. What are they? The sisters?
Yeah, the sisters.
The Dimmer sisters. To the Dimmer sisters, and and then I got something that's a little, maybe a little outside of your your wheelhouse, but I've got somebody who's interested in acquiring a specific art piece from a rather wealthy noble's house.
Bunch of nobles.
She says, I'm sure you're acquainted with the Fletchersons. And she's going to look right at you.
Yeah, I just.
That was a very direct sigh.
Yeah, and I'll just. Yes, acquainted. They're trying to take from them now instead of helping with them.
The client is prefers to remain anonymous. I'm not even sure who they really are, but the coin is real enough. I figured I'd mention it since, you kind of have an inside. And let's not forget she did rat on us.
That is an excellent point.
That was because of a shitty roll. That she's my friend, and I don't doubt she was put in a tough spot in that situation. There's 2 other jobs. I mean, and neither of them seem appealing to you. I mean, at all.
I'm
sisters and an artifact. I mean,
obviously I'm incredibly intrigued to meet the sisters and their wonderfully takes on the arcane and its mystery. But
yes, your
honestly,
your contact there is someone who goes by the name of Melista, a priest type of some sort.
Yes.
yeah. Now then I'll look at Reginald.
Oh yeah, that could be interesting.
Yes. I remember from my memory fades as I grow older. You have to forgive me, but I do remember from our last escapade. This is someone that you have a relationship with, isn't it?
I wouldn't call it a relationship so much as burning hatred.
Sounds like we need to go meet some dock workers in the mines, or some laborers, I believe was the term.
Yeah, we could assist some laborers, gain some rep and coin. I don't know. Although I am kind of intrigued by the art job.
I'm just like hanging my head in defeat.
I'm also intrigued.
Why are you so intrigued by?
Because you're so not into it. That's why.
I will snag your cane from you.
But I need that to walk, otherwise you'll have to carry me.
I'm not carrying you either. I'm leaving you behind as I go do the other jobs. Oh my god. I mean, don't think it doesn't interest me either, but if it means it has to not help Celine, I'm not interested.
It may disrupt an already broken up relationship even further. It may step on some toes if we are caught.
Exactly.
So perhaps we either do a job for a hated enemy, or we go see some men about some labor.
Well, I mean, I don't hate her,
consult
but
things.
she probably hates me.
May I ask why?
Well, so I'm sure you're familiar that there's some knowledge that people just shouldn't have.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, well, that's what I took from her.
Oh.
She had
Well, you
plans
seem rather
for
capable.
Well, she had some plans that could cause a lot of damage to a lot of people, and I made sure that she does not have them anymore.
It sounds like you did a great service for Duskfall, and you should be thanked for your contribution to its success.
Yeah,
Well done, sir.
That's the way I spin it to myself.
If you were a member of the university, I would give you an honor for doing such a deed. Unfortunately, we are in a cesspit, and that is not possible.
However, the Dimmer sisters might be the best lead on our side project.
That too.
I agree they would be a good point of reference.
My vote goes for the sisters.
I'm willing to take some heat on this for that.
We will have to talk to her.
Well, I understand.
Okay. Then we'll go for the sisters, please, Alan.
If you're as savvy as you are with women, I'm sure you can talk her down or do something.
There's only one woman who I'm particularly savvy for, but other than my natural charm.
Your natural old man charm will do just fine.
Mind you, I'll leave all the young bucks to you.
Young bucks. Roll my eyes.
It's a young man's game.
Yeah, we're gonna do the sisters' job, the Dimmer sisters.
Very well then. So let me go ahead and I'll take a few minutes to set that up. You guys can role play in the meantime.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna roleplay getting a drink.
Okay, roleplay getting a drink. Have fun.
Method acting.
Look at him go.
Yeah, so I'm just going to finish patching her up and give her a little something for the pain.
I'll have more of this, whatever it is.
So.
No, you don't want too much of it, or that's where all your coin will go.
Just I can believe it. Oh, I felt better than I did before the beatings.
You and Melissa, you go far back?
No. I was just before this fabulous life. During my day job, I ran across some stuff of hers and decided she didn't need it anymore.
So yeah, you stole something from her, and now she hates you for it.
Well, to be fair, she was trying to contact a forgotten god and wanted to use people to power it. So,
creepy shit.
Yes, indeed. And she is a creepy woman.
Oh, sorry, just had to get some tea.
A lot.
How has your wife been, Prof?
Oh, she's doing very lovely. Thank you ever so much. She's recently taken up cross stitching, and she's making all sorts of floral patterns. She's very popular in her club.
Yeah, do you have like a little like brooch on? It's like a little like a little like petunia, like.
It's one of those flowers made out of sort of textiles. And it's kind of like hanging off the side.
Oh, that's lovely. I'm sure looking forward to that in my future.
Oh, you should. There is nothing that brings you more joy than sharing the greatest things in life with someone who you truly know, especially in a place as crazy and convoluted as this. I also highly recommend going for a woman of noble stature, because it gives you certain perks.
Is it you get flowers to wear on your suits?
Well, that's just a perk of her. That's her being a lovely lady. No, I was merely thinking about the sorry, I get whipped cream.
Yeah, that looks really good. I was like, what is that drink, real quick?
I didn't want to, bring it up because, pregnant cravings.
No, I need to know what it is.
It is a dark chocolate milkshake that I made with cinnamon in it, and I have put whipped cream on the top with chocolate sprinkles. And now I'm going to go get shot. Prophet's gonna hear a bullet ring out and hit in the back of the head.
We're going to cookout in the stream.
Honestly, if I wasn't 700 odd miles away, I would say hell yeah. Right, one second, I actually need a spoon.
Yeah, that's interesting though. There's an anonymous client who wants to take a painting from the Fletchersons. And it's interesting to me because Ellen usually is quite opaque with us about everything. So it's odd that she chooses to keep that anonymous.
Oh, I completely agree. It's not like her at all. She's far more blunt an instrument than that.
Yeah, she's more like, yeah, this is who it is. Like, but she's like, they prefer to stay anonymous, so it's odd.
Yes.
And expensive.
I wonder if someone my wife would know at her club. I'll have to ask her. Maybe some of the more wealthy are looking for some specific artwork.
Well, and then what's so crazy about this painting? Is it just that it's expensive, or
Some paintings that I've studied at the university have various mysterious attributes. It could be this painting is merely a vessel or a tool for something else, or it could just be a very nice painting.
well, knowing that the Fletchersons have dipped their toes into a couple messes here and there, I wouldn't doubt that there's something more to it than it just being a painting.
I mean, they were important in Leviathan parts for a start.
Mm-hmm.
They're certainly up to something. Those have very specific uses beyond their fiscal value. But luckily, that's not our concern right now.
Good for you. Good for you.
I feel wonderful. That's because of this, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's probably because of that dark chocolate milkshake.
Ah, it is.
Me
It's
thinking
fucking
about
great.
getting some ice cream, some cookie dough ice cream.
I
But that's
have
also
regrets.
I have. That's terrible to do too late because then, like I said, the baby's like sugar. Yeah.
This is okay to me. I've got to be awake from now until later. I've got to do
So you're like, this is
something.
perfect.
I need to wake the fuck up. I have to be up at 7, out of the door, go do something, and I can come back and sleep.
Let's see.
We got our flu jabs in the UK.
Oh, flu shots.
Yeah. For
I
the
mentioned that when I went
winter.
to my last appointment. They were like, "You should get your flu shot." I was like, "Oh shit! I didn't even know they were out."
They're very adamant in the UK about doing it this year because COVID is spreading like wildfire right now in the UK because we opened up too early and all sorts of other things. But yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, that's all we're hearing about is like the booster shot for COVID here and now. Now they're talking about flu shots. So
Mm-hmm. I got a text from my mum. She has got the booster shot lined up. I'm very thankful for that because she is particularly vulnerable to COVID. So good.
oh, good, they were able to get her in quick,
Yeah, they were.
or they're going to.
We're not even sure if they're allowing the general public to have booster shots in the UK yet because there's still the debate whether it's
Safe.
the right thing to do because a lot of countries don't even have like 1% vaccination yet.
Oh wow.
And in the UK, we have about 87, almost 90% vaccination now. So we're smashing it. So there's a debate going on whether we should ship all of the doses that were to be used as boosters to other countries to try and prevent mutations and things like that to increase their vaccines.
Well,
So there's a whole political debate.
Yeah.
if the if the patents weren't so locked up, and then-
Yeah.
Say less. Say less.
yeah,
Say less.
there weren't so much money tied up into it.
I completely agree. It's utterly fucking ridiculous. I have no idea why they complicate it so much. It should be such a simple thing. A vaccine costs 0.02 pence to make. It's the exact cost of making one. So that's the one for the UK. It's the AstraZeneca one in Oxford. It has to go to billions of people, but I'm pretty sure worldwide we could swing it. Yeah. Anyway, no, I'm very glad for my mum. I'm also very glad for this. It's almost already gone. Sorry.
Damn.
It's fucking...
Yeah, whoa.
Well, I was thinking about vaccines and I wasn't noticing. I was going chug.
Yeah, you're just like talking and like drinking at the same time. Ventriloquism.
You know when something's so delicious, like you just want to keep going? Like you don't want to stop? Like when you eat something that's really good?
Yeah, I did that with lo mein when I was first pregnant.
There you go.
Oh man, it hurt. It was so good. I just could not, like, we went to a Chinese buffet and all the stuff I got, I was like, I went and got like another plate mountain full of lo mein and I didn't. Now I gotta get some ice cream because now I'm hungry. Nah. Yeah.
No regrets. That was a wonderful distraction. Was that enough for a distraction, or do I need to keep going?
I think I got some stuff here. So I'll wait until she gets back to get into it. But but essentially the highlights are so after you guys didn't take the job last time, the job was given to someone else, and unfortunately they were captured, and so. Part of your job now is recollecting the item, the parcel, if you will, from the spirit wardens that are holding it.
Oh fuck!
And then transporting it to the Dimmer Sisters via their underground access tunnel.
So, Spirit Wardians, for the audience at home, are basically gothic death knights from 40k who will destroy you in half a second. These guys do not mess around. They are the supernatural police of Duskfall. They will mess you the frick up.
And they're all anonymous. They don't. Their identities are never.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never exposed. Yeah, they don't.
Like the Inquisition.
Yeah, I don't think they have like a. Yeah, I don't think they have like oh, I'm off. I'm gonna go get a beer or something. They're like, we're always always.
These guys are way worse than a gang. These guys are an anonymous cult of an organization full of incredibly wealthy, powerful people who have their goals set on maintaining certain, status quo relating to ghosts and the arcane and whatnot that go on in Duskfall. And these men and women are able to enforce that with great lethality. There's actually a ton of really interesting lore. Highly recommend giving it a read if you're into gothic fiction.
So... trying to see where they are on the map. Let's see, the Master Warden has an estate in White Crown, but I don't think that's where these people are. I think these people have an outpost, I believe. Let's say on the way to Night Market. Because I believe Night Market is where the Dimmer Sisters are.
Particularly worried about this because the Spirit Wardens have quite a lot of sway within the university, Duskfall Academy.
Mm.
So, oh fuck, I'm wearing a mask for this one. Prof's day job, would you believe it, is a professor at the academy. Shocking nobody.
And yeah, let's say that the place that they are being held is a place right near the right near your university. I guess in Six Towers, I believe, or the catacombs. Let's see.
Shit.
Yeah.
Heavily patrolled
Yeah.
area.
The catacombs, let's say right on Nocturne Lane. I don't know if I can.
Can you drag it? Ah, thank you.
There you go. Right on Nocturne Lane here. There's a there's a holding place where they seal up contraband and before it's processed and dealt with accordingly. And so that is where the score, or that is where the parcel is being held. Your job is to pick up the parcel and then get it to the Dimmer Sisters. And let's see, where are they? I think they're in. I think they're in Night Market.
They're in one of those houses that's like abandoned, right?
I believe so. Let me see. Dimmer Sisters. Oh, I thought they had a specific house, but maybe they don't.
They have turf.
A fine old manor house and grounds. So
Yeah, that was it.
But for some reason, I think of them being in Night Market. Not really sure why at the moment.
Maybe that's where we placed them last time. We just said they're there now.
Must be. Yeah, so we'll put them there. It doesn't matter. So yeah, so the and we'll say they're in Underlight. I like the name of that.
Very appropriate.
Along Three Cat Alley.
Okay, that's not that far. Maybe better to take a horse and carriage then, rather than a boat. Looking at that journey, what do you guys think?
Now there are some tunnels that are said to go underground, like in the sewers or whatever, or tunnels beneath the beneath the city. However, they are dangerous to navigate, of course.
Would be a lot safer though, wouldn't it?
Possibly. If you would like to maybe do some investigation on what those dangers might be, I would allow you to make a roll to see if you can find that out.
I think Reginald will probably know more about the city's infrastructure than I would, so I think I'd ask him to look into that.
Wait, Terry, are you talking?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Would that be
So it'd be a
survey or study or?
Yeah, so it will be a luck roll, which you can use one of your skills for. It will just yeah. So you can just roll one of those.
Okay, let's roll there. So I guess the risky and all that doesn't matter.
Correct. So you rolled, the highest you rolled was a 5, which is a mixed result, limited partial effect. So
no, that wasn't me.
Oh, sorry, that was from last time. Sorry. So go ahead.
42 days ago. Has it been that long?
It has been a minute, yeah.
Yep. Because we started at the beginning of the month. We had one session and another. Well,
Oh.
there's a lot of caverns. It's easy to get lost.
Not only is it easy to get lost, the prevailing stories that you've heard is that well, you've heard three things. You've heard that it's just a winding labyrinth of tunnels that people get lost in, and that there's actually no exit. It's a trap for ghosts, or it's a trap set by ghosts to feed. You've also heard that the Dimmer sisters like to trap people down there so that they can feed on them.
Oh, nice.
And then you've also heard that there is a it's just so dizzying and confusing that people just end up getting lost in there stuck in there forever. But the prevailing theory is that lots of people go in and no one leaves.
There you go.
And have a good night, Kitchums. It was good having you. Thank you so much.
Nice seeing you again, mate.
Thank
you
you
take
for
care.
the gifted subs.
So the information is that you people go in, they don't come out.
There you go.
Well, that sounds absolutely awful.
Yes, it does.
But I will need body parts.
All right. Is there any more information that you guys think you'd like to gather?
Would like to scout out the target, obviously.
Yeah, where is this artifact?
Oh boy. It's guarded by the Spirit Wardens, which is basically the Warhammer 40k Space Marines will F you up if you mess with them. Completely anonymous secret society of badasses. And we're gonna go nick something from these people. Oh no. I know Horatio isn't with us today, but does anyone proficient with disguises? Unfortunately, I think this time I will require one. Where I work has quite a lot of Spirit Warden activity, so to say.
Can we ask the ticklers?
I think the ticklers might know a thing or two. Yes. Well, they seem more thuggish in their application rather than beautification.
Well, I mean, we could just wear masks.
I would highly advise it. Maybe make ourselves look like foghounds.
Oh no.
Ha ha ha.
That would be fantastic.
Don't
Yes.
we have a bunch of old uniforms, or do we
Yes.
get rid of those?
We got rid.
No.
We got rid of the blue coat uniforms, but we did not get rid of the foghound uniforms. And I would highly recommend we put them on.
Yeah, but the only thing is we're out of war with the foghounds because we're trying to fix things. So like.
But at the same time, having more heat on them takes it away from us.
Yeah.
Especially with their recent explosive escapades, making them front page news. If it was all the nobles we're talking about.
Yeah. Because they might never know that it was us that set them up.
And
or framed them, or...
Ellen certainly wouldn't care, or she may even encourage us to do so. As long as we take the uniforms off before we meet the sisters, it should be fine.
All right. Is there any more information that you guys would like to dig up beforehand?
Do we need a check to make the masks and foghound uniforms work, or is that okay just as they are?
I would probably keep that. Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Cool.
I don't think we need a check or anything. All right. Well, let's slide right into the action. So, planning and
getting our inseams.
He's what?
He's getting our inseam.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, looks quite good.
Let me just record these in my notebook for later.
So
I have some custom suits made. Especially for Lester. Not just popular with the ladies, it's Lester.
So you guys choose a type of plan: assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, or transport.
I think we're going stealth.
I think this is more stealth. Yes, absolutely agree. Yeah.
Okay. So stealth, the detail of stealth is the point of infiltration. That is what you guys will need to figure out here. What is the point of infiltration?
We'll need to study the building and work that out, because hopefully it won't be the front door.
All right. Who wants to do a little bit of reconnaissance then?
Is that survey?
That would be survey. Yeah.
I am very good at survey. So
You are our resident scout, please do.
Yes. That's my famous last words before I roll like shit. I am good at surveying.
Don't forget you can stress yourself to push yourself.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, it's just
Nice.
partial success.
Yeah, 4 is a partial success. So, let's see. So on a partial success, on a standard effect, you get good details. Clarifying and follow-up questions are possible. So the building itself is not too big. However, you're going to notice that from the outside, at least, it looks quite unprotected. Like there's no like guards standing outside or anything. It actually looks kind of like a boring building, like a very like where they might have like a like a city clerk's office or something like that. It's not a very exciting looking building. I think over the course of the time that you've surveyed it, you probably saw maybe you saw suspiciously no one come in or out. However, through one of the windows, you were able to note that there was some activity inside. Although, like I said, you didn't see anybody come in or out. This would lead you to believe that there is possibly an alternate way to get in or out, and that there might be a good reason that nobody uses the front door. Any follow-up questions?
I think finding the location of this other entrance would be in our best interest. So is there maybe it's in the sewers underneath the area? Maybe it's in like a cellar nearby. Maybe we look for something like that.
Yeah, totally possible. Would you like to? Who would like to be the one to look for that?
I guess it should be me.
You have the eagle eye.
Oh,
Hawkeye.
Yeah, I also have like a freaking hawk as well.
Yeah, Tiberius, though I do remember correctly.
Yeah, Tiberius.
Yeah.
He's a falcon.
Ah.
So would that just be another survey roll, or could I use Tiberius?
Yeah, I suppose that would be another survey roll. I'm not sure exactly what benefits Tiberius provides you. Is there like a mechanical benefit?
It's the hound comes with like an animal companion, but it doesn't. I don't think it says. what it does. At least not here. Let me see. What did me? I've got the hiccups.
I wonder why. I'll have them too in a minute.
Maybe
it's
sure.
one of the. It might be one of those things that, like most of the blades in the dark, is you pretty much just make up why it's good and why it's bad.
Yeah,
it's
can't
very
find
open
it.
to
It's
you.
okay. I'll just roll survey.
All right, success.
Get down here, Tiberius.
So you're actually going to see, or you're going to notice that that while there is nobody going in or out of this building, the building next to it is quite busy, and you definitely recognize the Spirit Warden uniforms. They're passing in and out. However, there is the buildings are not directly connected. So you believe that that the point of access is somewhere in this adjacent building. But like I said, you're not sure. Oops, sorry. No, the information is complete. So there's something tethering these two buildings together. It's hard to describe because you can't see it, but you know that there's some way in there. Maybe. Because just from the outside, I don't think you'd be able to see it. But I think that you would know that there's some way to get in from there. And then any other questions that I can answer, I'll totally answer them honestly.
Could I assume that there's perhaps an underground entrance?
It's totally possible. And if that's the case, then there might be another way in besides. Besides their way, whether there's an opening in like maybe an underground tunnel, or if there could be an opening made in an underground tunnel or something like that, that you could then access. But if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Could I look maybe at some of the architecture blueprints for this area at the university and see if they have any like lined out for underground structures or sewers that lead alongside this building?
Yeah, I think a study would be in order for that.
Study away, old man.
I am good with the book.
Excellent.
Yeah, he's
Woo!
great with the book.
All right, so you're gonna find out a couple things. Number one, these two buildings are actually one building, and they only have the illusion of being two buildings.
Oh, there's some real Harry Potter shit going on here.
Yeah.
When you look it up on the blueprints, it is just one building.
Of course, I will relay this information. Clearly, they are trying to emit an illusion of separation where there is none. This is indeed one building.
I'd say.
Is there a cellar? Is like a basement listed in the plans?
Yeah, there is absolutely.
Is the basement adjacent to any other basements of different buildings?
It's not, but it is adjacent to one of the sewer tunnels that runs sewage in the city or whatever. So there is a tunnel that runs underneath of it and then connects via drain in the basement.
I believe we have a point of ingress, ladies and gentlemen. Unless you guys have a smarter plan. I don't quite like rollipping in the sewers, but it seems to be the most stealthy. I'm trying to think of a more fancy word for that, but stealthy.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously anticipating some type of frontal if they are disguising their buildings.
These are very experienced people. They know many tricks of the trade. They would probably be possibly expecting an ingress from this manhole, but I still think it's our best bet. Certainly better than the front door.
Definitely
Yes.
the stealthiest.
Definitely.
All right, so that's your point of ingress here. So we will move on from the planning phase to the what is it? The detail. Oh, item loadouts. Go ahead and name your loadout, and then and then we'll move on to the engagement roll.
Well, we're going into the sewer, so we don't need to look any particular way. So I'm going for a heavy loadout.
Okay.
Gonna go normal.
Fine. That's 0. 1, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that brings mine at 5, so normal.
Okay. All right.
I think I will attempt to use the Outlaw's Guide to give us more information on the movements of the people inside of the building. They may have protections up, such as charms. They most likely will, against this particular magic, this particular arcane ritual, but I still believe it's worth trying.
Okay.
So I will spend the 5 stress.
Okay. To perform the ritual.
To perform the ritual, which is an attune roll, if I remember correctly from our
Yes.
description. Yes, it is. So it's been a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I roll the tune. Oh dear. That's fail.
So, let's see.
So it can either act against us, trying to get us caught, lovely and naughty. It can provide very limited help, or it can provide no help at all. It just says fuck off.
I think it's going to. I think it's going to give you some bad information. Which I will
Take from our engagement roll, I'm assuming.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
That's smart. Yeah.
That's an excellent idea, actually. Awesome. I like that.
-1d because the book's messed up.
I forgot to dust it last night because I had too much shandy, and he got a bit pissed off.
No, you had too much dark chocolate milkshake. Your wife made it for you.
Oh no! How did you know that?
I was watching.
You should have come in. You could have had one. They're
No,
delectable.
I have to be brooding and mysterious. God.
Well, you could have one brooding and mysterious on the rooftop then.
You just like put one out on the windowsill, like.
There's no reason why you can't be brooding and mysterious while at the same time drinking a dark chocolate milkshake. It reminds me of that scene from Simpsons, Ned Flanders and Bart Simpson on the thing.
Yeah.
They put some hot chocolate.
Sitting out on the tree.
Yeah. I love my wife. My wife's great.
All right. So the engagement roll. Maybe. Yeah, there it is. So you get 1d for sheer luck. And is this operation particularly bold or daring?
I think
Well,
it's quite bold.
It's definitely both. We're going up against the Spirit Wardens.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be considered dumb.
So you got 2d. Does the plan's detail expose the vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
We don't know that they're weakest because they're incredibly experienced, but it's the weakest we can think of. Does that count? Like, it's not the front door, it's not what they're typically prepared for as a gang, but...
Yeah, I mean, I rolled to find this, there's a secret entrance that we probably shouldn't know about that we know about, so...
True. Yeah, I would say yes, because that was a couple of successful rolls, and, as you said, it's a secret, and I'm not supposed to know it.
Okay. And can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
Foghound's really helping us with these disguises.
I don't know if it...
No, I'm
yeah. I don't know if being a foghand helps you. It might hurt you.
I'm not sure.
Nerax
Not
definitely
mine, at
couldn't.
least.
I wouldn't want to involve Nerax when the Spirit Wardens are concerned. They're incredibly versatile at fighting off ghosts and entities of that nature. They may be able to capture him relatively simply. So not from me.
Not really.
All right. Are there any other elements that we should consider? We should definitely consider the map. So that's going to take a D away. So I think that puts you back down to 2D. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay. And then Spirit Wardens are pretty tough. They're pretty high-tiered gang, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, they're tier 4. Still.
It's equal to the Blue Coats, so that probably says enough, considering that's a massive town-wide organization.
Yeah. I'm gonna penalize you another D for that. Or should I? Actually, no, I'm not, because that's what makes it so bold and daring. So I'm not gonna penalize you for that. So
Very generous, God.
So that's 2D, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we'll roll that engagement. Or does somebody want to roll the engagement roll?
No, you can. That way we can all be mad at you.
Okay.
I think we've taken turns.
Yeah. I don't want to look.
The suspense is killing me.
I know, I don't want to look.
I'm staring at the screen.
Ah, a
Hey.
4.
Alala! What are you doing here?
I think we just start in a risky position, right? Engagement roll 4 to 5, right? 4.
Yep.
You're in a risky position when the action starts.
Correct.
The secret entrance wasn't so secret after all. How many explosives you got on hand, Reg?
How many you need?
Oh, God.
At least it's not desperate. It is risky.
Correct.
True.
So, so when the situation starts, you guys have traveled through the tunnels under the under this building, which I want to call Nocturne. Was it Nocturne Alley? I think is what it was called.
Yep.
Yeah, Nocturne Lane.
Nocturne Lane. Yeah. So I wanted to come up with a cool name for the building. Something like Nocturne.
Nocturne's lamp.
Nocturnally. Nocturnally.
Triggered's lamp. was a nocturnal mythical lamp used in Norse mythology.
Okay.
Ooh, but we could even like role play it because like your book is showing us, right, like footsteps and stuff. Like this could be a really good like introduction to the score.
Yeah, it's also showing us the wrong footsteps.
Yeah.
But we don't know that.
And so of course, as you guys approach the grate that covers the access, as you approach, you're going to notice a couple of things. Number one, there's something on top of the grate, and if you look on your map, you can see that there are a couple sets of footsteps in this room above you, and the grate itself has a property to it. As you approach it, or as you start to get within range of it, you suddenly start to feel very tired. And the closer you get to it, you notice the more tired you get. And then if you go backwards and go to the periphery of that, you find that your energy returns. But this grate seems to have a draining effect, if you will.
Well, this reeks of arcane charm, as would the Spirit Wardens do. They're attempting to dissuade our egress by this method. We're gonna have to figure a way around this. If it is an arcane or a spiritual-based effect, Professor will actually be resistant to it because of Iron and Will.
Ooh, okay. And what does that say specifically?
Let me get that for you. I believe it's Iron Will. Did I even take Iron Will? Am I making that up? I'm making that up as a compel instead, so I carry on.
Okay. So yeah. So as you approach, you'll feel that that weakness.
So like I'm imagining it's like a little tunnel, right? And the grate is like up above, so there's no like turns before that grate that we can't avoid this grate.
Well, that's the grate you're supposed to go through.
Oh, that's the one we need to go through.
Mm-hmm.
There's something blocking it, and it's been charmed to sap our strength.
Jesus, there's somebody blocking it, and it's oh my god.
Well, there's no light filtering down, and you can just from as close as you can get to it without passing out completely. You can see that there's something on top of it. There's something blocking light from going up or coming down.
And there's no other way forward or anything, huh?
Not from here.
We don't have anything that can dispel.
I could attempt to dispel it with my own charm in an attempt to alleviate its effects, trying to override its charm, but it would be a challenge of magical skill. Depending on the level of the charm placed on the grade.
Whoa! Hello, Thoracle.
Thoracle.
What is up, Thoracle? How are you? 10.
Oh my
Did I see that? 10
God.
community gift subs. One for Duskhammer, one for Mingle Pingle, one for Puff the Paladin, one for Menic, one for Troy, one for Thunderstruck, one for Pharaoh, one for Rabid, one for Sarkinja, and one for Jennifer Lynn. Thank you so much. How have you been? It's good to see you. Yes, you definitely came in with a bang. You're throwing some explosives like Reginald over here.
Yeah, taking some inspiration right there. Absolutely. I think we need some of that bang energy right now. I think maybe I will attempt to command the seal by reaching into the ghost veil with my own charm in an attempt to restrict its effects. So it won't remove its effects, but it will restrict its effects circumference. trying to limit it to the actual grate itself rather than, the expansion downwards. Hopefully allowing us more breathing room down here. Maybe we can, do something about the object on top with some tools Reginald has on hand.
Okay.
Grenades, you said?
Well, that's one way of doing it.
You said you wanted to use command?
That would be, I believe, either a command or a tune. I think that would probably be. I think command. I think would be the most appropriate in my understanding of the ghost veil in Duskfall.
Okay, so yeah. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be risky standard.
Five. So partial success.
Okay, partial success. You do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer harm, a complication occurs, you have reduced effect, you end up in a desperate position. I'm going to say that a complication will occur. I'm going to say that you are able to suppress the effect. However, as you suppress the effect, you see it has, or at least you understand or feel, or however you perceive the arcane, that which is beyond normal sight. You feel, or at least you sense a ping, as if something else has been activated instead.
I do believe I've activated a secondary system based around this manhole. It may be better to attempt our egress some other way. Ingress.
Well, you've suppressed the effect, and I'm just going to say that the basically I'm going to I have a clock here for when you've alerted the spirit wardens all the way, and I've just shaded in one of those wedges. So
cool. So want a timer?
Yes, you're one step closer to alerting the spirit wardens of your presence.
Okay. Would Professor know this from the feeling, or would he just know that something's been?
I think he would know it. He's fairly competent. I think.
Yeah.
I believe
so. So do I sometimes, not always. Okay, yeah, I've definitely ticked some kind of ringing bell that will sound after a certain amount of time. We need to proceed quickly. But I have managed to suppress the effect. Do you have any ideas, Reginald, on getting past this grate?
I'm going to go check out the grate and whatever it is blocking it.
Okay. So you're going to look up. It looks as though there is a... it looks as though there's... Just from what you can feel and see, it looks as though there's a large wooden crate sitting on top of the grate. A crate on grate.
Crate
sounds like a sandwich.
Is this grate hinged, or is it just kind of set down in the slot?
It seems as though it's set down in the slot. It's very heavy. Sort of its weight kind of holds it down. And then there's this crate on top as well.
Ooh. That's a rough one to get around. Let's see. Well, essentially, we can try to lever the crate off, or we can blow the crate off.
I like lever at this particular moment. I think that's very smart. Maybe we can get something underneath it through the grate and move it somewhat.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking crowbar to lever the crate to one side.
So combined effort to try and lift the grate ever so much, and then jimmy the crowbar through, and then
Yeah,
completely agree.
So did you succeed in your command?
I did, but there was a complication. There is now a ticking clock. The spirit wardens will be alarmed of our intention and our location after a certain amount of time.
Okay, good. So we gotta go.
Yeah, we're going to be quick. We are on a timer. And we believe we have a way of getting past the crate, but it will require all of our strength, even this old man's.
Okay.
By utilizing the power of leverage. How will you do such a thing?
Well, I'm gonna use some of my wrecking tools.
Okay. And
Where's my-
and would you possibly want to do a group action or a group roll or
Oh, no, you know what?
what?
I just remembered something.
What's that?
I have access to drift oil.
What is that?
Oh. Yes.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Drift oil creates a neutral buoyancy when poured on an object, causing it to float in the air for an hour.
Nice.
And that is part of my bandolier.
Whoa. Okay. So
Coming in clutch with the oils, this guy.
Would this be closer to a tinker, perhaps, or?
Space.
I mean, we can do that to
What do you think it is?
essentially for application purposes,
Yeah.
since we're on the bottom.
We're not exploding anything, obviously. It's not a wreck. We're not. Well, I suppose it could either be, like finesse, or it could be tinker.
Oh yeah,
Just trying to-
finesse could work as well. And the only reason I want to attach because something could go wrong because the angle since you're beneath it, you're working against gravity, and which maybe matters with the liquid, but
The gravity-defying liquid.
yeah, does it
Yeah,
just
I'll
like
definitely go
float
tinker.
up out of the bottle like? Would it be?
It doesn't explain it that well, but
I mean, you can always do he could tinker one of the petrol pumps where you take the petrol out of a car, can't you? By just pumping it through, right, upwards and downwards, so it goes in.
yeah. Okay, so risky standard for the modifiers.
Risky standard. Yeah, I think so. Actually, risky great. Risky great, I think. Because that would be fantastic.
Because it's a great.
Son of a.
Things go badly. You suffer harm. A complication occurs. You end up in a desperate position. You lose this opportunity. Let's see.
It was a great plan.
So every time you say great, I'm going to laugh.
It was intentional. I have no regrets. But I will take 1d4 psychic damage.
Now you can resist the roll if you like.
You can.
So was that push or
Let's see. I think resist.
A devil's bargain or a push?
Resistance. When you resist something, when you resist the consequences from, let's see, this would be Tinker, this would be Resolve, I think, Mental Strain and Willpower. So basically, you'll suffer 6 stress, and then you roll, and then you subtract what you roll from the stress that you suffer, and you can reduce the severity of the consequence, or I think you can adjust the. You can reduce or avoid the effects of the consequences. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it.
Okay. So let's see. You are. So let's see. No, it was Insight. You were using Tinker, so Insight.
Yep.
So you can roll three die for those, I think. Or I think if you press Insight, it rolls automatically. Ooh! Wow!
Yes.
You reduced.
See.
That's nasty.
And if you have any stress, you can clear 1 stress.
Yes, I do. So
Wow.
there we go.
So like, there's like a moment where like it almost slips out of your hand, and like like you're fidgeting with it. And you managed.
Nice.
Yes, and you managed to like in one clean, like you snatch it out of the air, and then like in one clean lick, you just like do the entire circumference of the gate, this thin bead of this liquid, all the way around, and it's going to lift perfectly up and rise above you.
Nice.
Expertly done, Reg.
Yeah, that's amazing. Crazy, but amazing.
Yes. Way to turn it around.
Who sticks their head up out of the hole first?
Oh, definitely me. I'm right there.
Okay.
Admires handiwork.
With a grenade. Oh, sorry.
No, it does. No.
Despite what the map has said, this cellar area is empty of people, but it is full of crates and unmarked boxes and things that are like maybe paintings that have been wrapped up or like things that have been wrapped up and covered. So it looks like mostly just like storage stuff, like regular storage.
Okay. Yeah, I will proceed in.
Okay. You hop up. Who's next?
Well, looking at my map and then seeing that he very brazenly just goes up, I'm fairly certain you're lying to me. Yeah, we're gonna have talk later, and then you lovely thing, and then onwards. Must always praise the map.
And I'll take the rear.
Okay. As soon as you guys hop up, you'll see again like this place is pretty empty. Not empty, but there's no people. But it's jam packed full of stuff. There is a set of stairs that lead upwards to the first floor of this building, and there is a large tapestry that sort of hangs over one of the walls, and in front of that is a single candle, candlestick holder, with a candelabra, yeah, but like for one. It's quite large, and then there's like a big fat candle on it, but the candle has a blue flame. It's just sitting in front of this tapestry.
I think it's a candelabrum for a single one. my artistic knowledge on candle holders is a bit lacking. More importantly, though, kitty cat.
Yeah. Would a study be necessary for funding? Like, is this just like you telling us like what's here, or is there like no way forward, and this might be a puzzle sort of thing?
There's a staircase that goes up, and then there's this like candle and tapestry set up, and other than that, there's not really much else interesting in the room. So if you'd like to glean something from the situation, as far as like what to do next, you could make a roll for it.
You did say the candle was burning blue, right?
Yeah, it was a blue flame.
Yeah, I'm not good at study, but somebody else is.
Yeah, I mean, I could try and see if it's our magical base, seeing as it's the spirit wardens we're talking about. Maybe it's some form of charm or something to keep the ghosts away, something like that.
Or the warning system.
Or the warning system, quite right. So I would definitely like to have a look at this candle.
Okay. Yeah, give me a scrutinize away.
Study, attune, command, consort. Probably study, right?
I think study would work.
Yes.
Risky standard.
Yeah.
Fail.
Oh man.
Would you like to resist?
I cannot.
Oh, okay. So the
Devil's bargain? No, I'm kidding.
So
For a candle.
So I think you're investigating it, and you're trying to think of you've seen this somewhere before, you've read this somewhere before. It's like right on the tip of your tongue, on your mind, and you let out this sigh, and the sigh blows the candle out,
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then the tapestry begins to move. And it comes off of the wall, and it will throw itself over you and then draw itself tightly over you with bone crushing force. And you will begin to suffocate. So I'm going to put you in a desperate position here.
Help!
I can't shoot this thing.
Stop the artwork! Help!
Only to you guys, it sounds more like.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Hey, thank you for the subscription. Girdles?
Thorkel gifted more, actually.
Oh my God, Thorkel gifted more. Oh, I see it now. Okay. Wow, thank you for the gift subs, Thorkel. Girdles, Amber, Commodore, NSL, and Robin, you blind.
Hey, Commodore, you stalker.
Oh my God, Thorkel, you're so
tonight.
generous. I know.
Yeah, this is amazing.
You're so generous. If Thorkel and Kitchums want a custom D&D game or a custom game run at some point, I will totally run that for you guys. Just let me know. We'll try to get it organized. Just message me in Discord, or I'll message you later on.
You can have some fun.
Yeah.
So I'm not a particular. I don't think I'm strong, but what would it be to help him get out of this, or would that be like an aid thing?
Yeah, I'm basically just trying to unroll the carpet from him, possibly.
Okay.
I'm currently reaching for my knife, so I'll let you guys go first.
Yeah, so maybe a skirmish would be in order. I think maybe that would be skirmish. Unless you have a specific method. Risky standard, that'd be fine. A partial success.
Hey.
You do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer harm, a complication occurs, you have reduced effect. So I think so you said you were gonna run up and try to just like rip it off of him?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna say that you can do so. You can definitely loosen its hold on him. It's impressively strong, but using all of your weight, you can sort of like I said, pull it partially off of him. And as you do so, though, he's sort of like stumbling around, like losing his footing. And I think a large vase is going to he's going to hit a box, and a large vase is going to fall off. And it's going to shatter on the ground.
Okay, now they know we're here.
Not going well.
And I'm gonna fill in another slot here.
So is it off me now, or is it slightly off me?
Yeah, I'll say it's off of you. Yeah, so it's off of you. However, there's it's still active. It's just not on anybody right now. You're free, but some more commotion has been made. So I've filled in another tick on the clock.
Immediately, go ahead.
I was just wondering. Nothing. So where this little like candlestick is, there's no like matches or a lighter or anything.
Not provided. Or maybe not that you can see, or maybe you could find it. Or do you have a different solution?
I have my own lighter.
Do you really?
I have my cigarette lighter.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna be a blue flame, but I can light it.
So Les is like, oh shit. Come on.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like, come on, as there's commotion going on in the background. Vases are being broken. And...
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a rather thick candle. If you go to light the candle again, I think there's a lot of commotion going on. That tapestry is like swooshing around, maybe creating some air. How are you going to sort of position yourself? How are you going to avoid that?
I'm like hunched over really awkwardly around it with my hand like covering like the lighter as well. And I yell like, come on.
Maybe
I know it's not blue, but it's gonna have to do.
Yeah, so I think what's gonna happen is the tapestry then is, so like once it gets off of him and maybe it senses that you're trying to light the candle again, it's going to it's going to make a move towards you again. So we'll to increase the danger. So how will you what action will you perform to get this thing lit before you get blanketed?
I don't know, what would a roll be to light a candle?
Maybe
Probably finesse.
Maybe finesse, yeah.
All right, and I'll push myself.
Okay.
And let's see here. God damn it! Ah! We are sucking tonight.
Not girls.
So so you're gonna try to light it, and the thing is gonna shoot over. It's going to blanket you up. The candelabrum will tip over, and the candle will fall to the floor and snap in half. And the tapestry is now wrapped around Lester as well with bone crushing force.
Both of us, I guess, are rushing to the rescue. While this is happening, I'm taking out a fine lightning hook, which I have in my inventory now, magically, because of the wonder of the inventory system. If we can wrap this thing around here, we'll keep it immobilized if it's magical or arcane in nature. But first, we're going to get it off.
I'm going to skirmish again. If you got a plan for keeping it down.
Yeah, I think me too.
All right, go ahead.
Risky standard?
Risky standard.
Just keep getting more complicated.
I mean, at least it's working.
I like to imagine every time it gets ripped off, it just gets sent like back on prof, and then he tears it off, it goes back on me, and like he tears it off, goes back on prof, like.
Yeah, so you're able to unravel it, and it's sort of in the air momentarily. I think Les sort of spins out of it, like when you pull the rug and they spin out of it, and I think he's going to bump into something else, maybe like the
other vase.
No, it's wind chimes, or it's chimes, of course.
Oh, I didn't know you were so musical, Lester.
So you hear a cacophony of chimes as he stumbles into that, and the chimes will create more noise. We'll tick another tick on the clock here, and which means you have one more tick to go. And
oh no!
That didn't take long.
And there it is.
It's only 4.
So
as it's now free, I will attempt to wrap it up in the lightning hook, which basically is fishing wire electrified with a spirit bane charm attached to the end of the hook. It's part of the Whisperer's kit. In an attempt to, you normally use it to subdue ghosts and other magical entities. I get the feeling it'll probably work on this thing, seeing as it's mostly magical in nature.
Sounds good.
So skirmish to try and wrap it around it.
All right, sounds good. I would say risky standard.
I'm going to push myself.
Okay. Oh, success! You do it.
Oh, good thing I did. Woo!
Yeah, you very gracefully just sort of wrap it up into the lightning layer, and it seems to placate it.
All those years on a fishing boat weren't for nothing. Right, we need to be very quick now.
Yeah, we need to go.
Yeah.
What we're looking for isn't down here, is it?
Well,
not.
behind the tapestry was another door.
Son of a gun. Would you look at that?
Ew, fuck this candle. I pick up my lighter. I'm all pissy and grumpy. Put my straight hat back on.
It definitely was the right plan. You're very, very quick on the uptake. I would like to don my spirit mask.
Oh, okay.
This is a fun one. It's a fine spirit mask. It's an arcane item that allows a trained user to see supernatural energies in great detail. Also affords some measure of protection against ghostly possession. So
Okay.
I would like to look at the door through the mask. Donning it, it looks a lot like a masquerade mask that you'd see at some like an Italian one's got a very long pointed nose and glazed glass eyelids.
Okay. And so you're able to see sort of like magic shit.
Yeah, basically it lets me look into the ghost veil with great detail, but in a
Okay.
very specific direction. And you can't wear it for a long time because it has its own personality, its own possession.
Okay. You're gonna see that there is a it's not visible to the naked eye, but with the masked eye, you can see this smear across the wooden door, and it seems to have like some sort of like how you look at like when you see bodily fluids with a black light or whatever. It's kind of like got that. That's the impression you're getting.
Yeah, okay. So does it look like a ghost was confined inside, or does it look more like it was done on purpose recently?
This looks purposeful.
Right.
This looks purposeful.
I do believe this door is trapped or something else akin to it. Do you want me to attempt to dismiss or... well, I can't remove the charm, but I can loosen its effects.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Same thing again. I'm going to try and use command with my Spirit Brain charm to break the charm or whatever magical energy is risen on the door. Or at the very least suppress it. It doesn't remove it, just suppresses it.
Okay.
I cannot afford to push myself, unfortunately, so we are what we are.
All right.
Partial success.
Risky standard.
Take that.
Partial success. Okay. You can do it. However, it's going to put you in a desperate position. You're gonna have to stand there and basically focus and maintain, and maintain that. If you let it down, it will stop being suppressed.
I cannot move from this spot. The rest is up to you two.
Oh,
I will scream very loudly if something goes wrong. Do not distract me.
Let's hope the artifact's behind this tapestry.
Going in.
Going in.
All right.
Can only go uphill from here, right?
We're so boned. We're so boned.
Oh, were you gonna say something?
Nothing important.
Oh, okay. So, so when you go through the door, it's going to which doesn't have a lock. So that's how much they were banking on this.
It is tapestry.
Yeah. All right, and okay, and so as you enter, you will see that this room is very much. Like the aesthetic is way different from the musty old cellar. These walls in here are stone, but they're like polished white and very smooth. And there's there's a shelf that's been built into the stone walls, carved into the stone walls, and there are a couple items placed on this this shelf. What do you do? One of them is a sphere, like a kind of like a gyroscopic sphere. There's looks like some kind of like a mechanical device that's got like these gyros and stuff. Think like if you can picture like a dynamo core from like Skyrim or something like that.
That's exactly what I was picturing.
Great minds. That's me too.
And
Got that cool red glow going.
yeah. One of them is an onyx statuette, very dark, but still like any light sort of like hits it with and exposes like very fine details on the figurine. And then the last one is a book.
Now, do we know what the artifact was they were looking for, or was supposed to be delivered?
Yes, let's do a flashback. You recall that Ellen told you that the artifact or the parcel most likely is not in the original container that it was in, and she would have told you that it is a very strange little figurine of some sort.
Okay. Sounds good.
All of this looks strange to me, so I'll be able to know.
Yeah, I'm taking it all.
Oh, okay.
And so you just...
I mean, how can I resist a dynamo? And I'm sure the prof would love a book. Sorry, there's no fancy guns in here for you.
Yeah, like I'm like
Maybe next trip.
I'm watching you like grab everything, and I'm like, aren't we?
So as you go up to grab something off the shelf, when you put your hand within the balance of the shelf, it's gonna tingle like I imagine touching TV static would.
Okay. Now, does that happen for every object, or?
It happens for the first object, and then the door is going to swing shut, and
Sorry, Paul's just looking like insane. Like his back is turned. Like
the door.
I'm trying to find something suitable as a charm so I can stand in this position.
The door is going to swing shut. What would you like to do, or at least begin to swing shut?
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I mean, can I catch the door?
It's possible. It just depends on what you want to do.
Well, I want to try to stop the door from closing first, and then we'll go on from there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it would be an action of some sort.
Skirmish or
Prowl, maybe?
hey, if you need a prowler,
I got nothing in prowl.
I'll prowl.
Do you want to go grab the door?
Yeah, I'll grab the door.
Okay.
I've got a Chinese
Rescue
ghost-resistant stone here.
Nice.
You
Nice.
Grab the door.
You do it. So now you're holding the door. So you're suppressing the effect. You're holding the door. You've got your hand in TV static, and
Yeah, I'm looking at Prof. He's looking at me.
and you're and then your hand, the TV static is still there, but your hand is not stopped in any way.
I'm going to continue.
Okay. You grab the dynamo, the onyx figurine, and the book.
Yep.
All right. Excellent. What do you do then?
Can I see into the room at this point very quickly? I'm gonna amend them. I'm still wearing the mask. Do any of those items scream really bad juju?
The figurine absolutely screams bad juju.
Right.
The other two are the book. The book appears to have no innate like magical qualities to it. The figurine is like a well of like a gravity well of negativity, and then the core has some magical property to it, but it doesn't appear to be innate. It appears to be deactivated in some way.
So, go ahead. Sorry. Just making sure there's no like evil spirits hanging out nearby ready to strangle you the moment you pick it up, something like that, you know.
Right. All right. Well, then I think we should just beat feet.
Let's hope we got it.
Yep. Back to the sewer, I guess.
Okay. And so as you begin to maneuver towards the grate, Reginald, you're gonna feel something pulling at you. Something. Is that the figurine?
Totally
That's pulling.
It's a little black. It's a little black cat. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's pulling at you, and it's almost as though like your body is walking while you're like your spirit is staying behind.
Okay. So, like, back to the room, or
Are you guys through the door?
Yes, they're through the door. It happens when you guys begin going towards the. Actually, it begins as soon as you leave the room. It's like your body, like I said, your body continues to walk towards the grate, but it's almost like your spirit is staying behind, or like lagging behind, or is just the tether to your body is becoming like thin.
ooh, this is.
Would a study be able to explain why?
If they're through the door, I don't have to focus on the thingy anymore, do I? So I might be able to assist by trying to figure out if it's demonic in nature, or if the energies are something else, because then I might be able to use different charms to help with the effects.
Correct. Once they're through the door, and the door closes behind them, the seal. The seal is back in place.
Is the tether keeping his spirit in place visible to the spirit mask?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, we need to get this sorted before we leave, otherwise you will become a husk of a man with no soul.
Okay.
He was mid-chew, and he just like...
That's, yep.
He brought like snacks along the way, and he's like, all right, let's go.
We got stuff, guys. Let's go. No wonder you didn't want to come against these spirit warden guys.
These guys suck.
All right, so what do we do?
If I can work out the magical nature of this particular item, I might be able to suppress its effects with a particular charm. Luckily, I have a charm library of 3 different ones, because that's all that exist.
From the mummy.
yeah, that's good. I like that. I think I'll have to be my next magical item.
Would you say that you're trying to examine events to understand a pressing situation?
Oh, for sure.
Perhaps.
Because it sounds like a study to me. I don't know what it sounds like to you, but
100% agree. It's definitely a study. It's thinking back on looking at the natural energy that's emanating, thinking back to similar situations. I think it's a study. I cannot push myself, so it's just going to be risky standard or something else.
I think it's.
Oh, pardon me. Oh, God.
I think it's.
So wow juice.
The lower one, actually. Standard. controlled standard.
Control standard, roger that.
Yeah.
Partial success.
Partial success.
Okay.
Happily take those.
So there's a minor complication, reduced effect, or suffer lesser harm. You end up in a risky position. So I'm going to say...
Mild Alzheimer's. No, I'm kidding.
I'm going to say
I already got that.
I'm going to say a minor complication will be revealed in that the you can follow the tether of his spirit, and you see that it is anchored on the figurine.
The figurine itself is where the tether is.
It's where it begins, yeah.
So he has a figurine in his hands, doesn't he?
Or wherever it is on his person.
I see. So his soul is being like sapped into the figurine, kind of thing.
It looks like it's being pushed out.
Oh. Okay, we need to have this on no one's person. It is literally ejecting your soul from your body. You need to remove that figurine from your grasp immediately. And perhaps we put it in a crate and I attempt to put a charm above it to suppress its effects.
Why can't we put it in a bag and put it...
Well, yeah, I didn't say this, but everything was going into a bag, so.
Yeah.
Oh, but it still has...
Magical stuff, I
so.
wasn't using my bare hand, so.
Yes. I assume so.
It is still tethered.
Well, can you put a charm on the bag?
Yes, I will attempt to put a charm in the bag to suppress its effects. Again, can't remove them, but I can suppress them.
Okay.
If it is demonic, ghost, or let me look it up. Spiritual, demonic, or ghost in nature.
Okay.
If it's not, it may not be. There are others.
Let's see. I mean, you studied it. You got a partial success. I think... You think it might be demonically related, but that it itself is not demonic. But however, it is tied to a demon of some sort. I would say you'd be able to suppress the effect with whatever magic you have if you can manage it.
There's a
So
demon
we get into
bane
the Creepy
charm,
Sisters.
which would probably work. It's specifically used for suppressing demon activity, and demons shirk away from it.
Okay.
It's like an anti-magic comb for demons, essentially.
Okay.
Holy water.
But that being said, Prof, knowing what he knows, would also know that would most certainly piss off the demon or whatever spiritual entity is within or in control of this particular figurine. So, us doing this is going to piss off a very angry spirit. Well, a demon.
Good thing we won't have to be holding on to it for long, correct? Drop off the Creepy Sisters.
I completely agree with you. The sooner we get rid of this thing, the better.
Yeah, I think you would know that whoever, if Reginald were to wear the charm or have the charm on his person, it would probably cancel out the effects.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely giving him the Demon Bane charm. So
Okay.
it should help him suppress his
Yes.
suppress it within itself.
All right. Yeah, it will suppress.
Whew, that was lucky. Down to roll for it.
Yeah.
Woo!
The tapestry
Now,
comes back.
Does
no.
suppressed mean gone? Or
No, just suppressed. You
Your
can't.
soul isn't leaving as quickly as it was before.
There might be
Yeah.
like a slight blurring effect, but it's mostly intact.
Like you probably feel like 70% of your energy return, something like that, right? Because the effect is still present. It's just
Suppressed.
impeded,
Yeah.
suppressed.
oh crap!
I
Gotta
wish I
get
could
the
do better.
sisters.
Yeah, we need this away from our possession as soon as physically possible.
Ugh.
Let's go.
What was
What?
that? You're right.
What?
Fucking fly in my coffee.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
ew.
Ugh.
Guys, it's a horror. It's October. Ah!
Ew.
Welcome to John Eats Flies,
Ugh.
everyone.
Yes.
October special.
Like the fucking amphibian he is. Ew.
Happy Halloween.
Want a kiss?
Yeah. Princess and the
I
Frog.
think I got a little leg.
Ew. Stop. All right, let's leave.
Yes, let's. Completely agree.
Okay.
Go back to the floating blocked object and
Yes, that's there, and then then you will be able to slip out of the tunnel and slip out of the Spirit Warden's building.
oh, dude, I can't wait to meet these sisters.
That
Kinda
could have gone
excited.
worse.
I mean,
know-
it was going pretty bad.
We rolled really badly, but that could have gone way worse.
Yeah, if you'd had one more real bad,
Yeah.
well,
We
the
would've been
Spirit Wardens would have been acknowledged or alerted. So yeah.
They're not even there. We're just pretending they're not. Sorry, guys. We're busy.
Well, as we're leaving, I would like to accidentally leave a foghound's mark of some kind.
Okay.
Maybe like from the uniform.
Okay.
You're so terrible.
And
Yeah. Fuck you, Cal.
in doing this, they'll probably get some of the heat, but they'll also get the reputation for the for the score. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think so. What do you guys think? Well, actually, it's a group decision on this one because it affects us directly.
Yeah, I want no attention from the Spirit Wardens.
That was my logic as well. Quite frankly, a hit on the rep is a very small price to pay for a lesser on the Spirit Warden radar. Quite frankly, they can kindly go away.
Yes.
Excellent. So, as you make your way to the Dimmer Sisters, their manor is it sits.
I want to make a stop
Okay.
because I only want to show up there with the figurine,
Okay.
not the other two items.
Maybe we could call some of our cohort to pick up the rest.
Yes.
Yeah, call up Dinkle
Dinkle the Tickler.
Dinkle the Tickler and Bloodshart.
Call up the Ticklers. They'll sort it out.
Okay. Yeah. You can.
Unless you have something better in mind.
No, that works perfectly. I forgot we had cohorts for a second.
Yeah,
Dinkle.
it's very new.
Yeah, I can send out like Tiberius to get him.
Oh, that's true. You could send Tiberius out with the bag as well. Just fly away with it.
Might be kinda heavy.
Yeah, I know. I watched the Mummy. I know what happens to that goddamn bird.
Yeah. I'm glad you got the reference.
So they'll be waiting at the location, the desired location, or maybe just one of them will be. And
We do a flashback, can't we? To
yeah,
inform them to
absolutely,
be there.
absolutely, yeah.
Back
yeah.
up waiting outside the tunnel system.
Yeah, sure thing, boss.
Which one's that?
I don't know, which one is that?
I'm a big fan of Bloodshark.
Bloodshark's the
Bloodshot.
leader. Bloodshot was the first named, as such he is the leader of the Ticklers. Which I know is a bit weird considering Dinkle the Tickler is also in the gang, but...
For some reason, I imagine he looks like a bulldog. Like very like calculating, cold eyes.
Yeah.
Like there's a beast unhinged within him, but he's like
Experienced brutality.
yeah. But I think he respects you as the boss, so he's not gonna.
Right.
And he'll take it. He'll give you the nod, and he'll disappear back into the crowd. And you could probably see like maybe a couple of the other cohorts kind of like strategically standing, just in case anything went down. You guys got like ambushed or something. They sort of all like move in unison and reform, and then like leave the streets.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Dimmer sisters.
you need anyone tickled?
Not yet.
You just
Hold that thought.
You just let me know.
Thank you, Tinkles.
Oh no, it's the ticklers.
It's the ticklers.
Feared in all Duskfall.
For a while there, I was trying to imagine tickling as a euphemism for like pickpockets.
I was actually thinking the exact same thing.
Unfortunately, I cannot hold on to that.
No, this tickling is more like the very slapstick British comedy tickling. I feel like they're giving you a right tickling, so
Right tickling.
it's a very playful way of we're gonna mess you up.
Yeah.
So,
maybe they take delightful glee in the torture and the violence on others. That's why they call themselves the ticklers.
Yeah, I was thinking more like the torture aspect of it.
Yeah, like tickling someone to get them to speak. Yeah. I mean, it works.
He specializes in tickling.
Yeah, it's a legitimate torture method, tickling. I don't understand the physical biology as to why, but yeah. Totally works.
The sisters.
Yeah.
the Dimmer sisters.
Are they like twins?
So, well, actually, it's a group.
Oh, there's.
I bet Lester's going to be
them.
very popular.
More like a sisterhood as opposed
Yeah,
to
sisterhood.
Yes.
The fraternity.
A fraternity.
sorority.
A sorority, yeah. Sisterhood sorority.
So we didn't have those over here, so I apologize.
Good. Good.
So,
You're on the right track, though.
So, however, you will be met by your dear friend
Melissa.
She's dressed head to toe in like some ceremonial garb, and thank you, Commodore. And
Dark and hilarious.
yeah, if you can hit both, that's always a good mix. She's dressed in like this like head to toe in this like ceremonial garb, like dark colors, rather plain, however plain but imposing, I think. She's got a big like a wimple. She looks like a dark nun almost. Like she's got like dark colors on, and she has a very narrow face that that just has like a lot of points. Like her nose is almost like long and pointed. Her chin is long and pointed, and even her
Angular features.
yeah, very angular features. And she's going to meet you she's going to meet you in a grove near the mansion.
It has to be like a cemetery too, with like a really creepy tree, like
Yeah, I was thinking that. Dark
like,
moonlit night.
fence around it. And...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like one of those private cemeteries, like, you know, where it's like
Yes.
it's like maybe like 12 headstones in it or something, and like the little wrought iron fence, yeah. And so she'll meet you there in this grove, and she's actually sitting atop one of the gravestones. Has like a little like sort of a little bench built into it. She's actually sitting atop that, and as you approach, she's staring into the trunk of the tree, which has this this wretchedly horrible like painful like it's not really a face, but the tree's knots and holes sort of twist into this like gaping expression that makes it look kind of like a face, and she's staring into the to the dark holes of this tree, and how do you approach?
In the rear.
Yikes.
Absolutely. I mean, you're the one carrying the goods and the one with the demon bane charm. They may be put off by that if their, being is demonic or demonic associated in nature. So definitely advisable. Speaking of which, not wearing the mask anymore because I can't wear it for too long anyway.
Okay.
So I can't see any particular magical energies other than what I already am trained to know. So I can't see any great detail, but I can still make out some stuff.
Okay.
Does it look like there are any obvious entities hanging out near her?
You can survey, perhaps, if you'd like to.
Yeah.
This would just be an information gathering roll. This wouldn't be like an action roll.
Yeah. I'm more trying to ascertain the situation a bit. Not very good, but I'll give it a go.
It could be study then. I think if you're trying to, I'd say it could be either or, depending on how you're approaching it.
I think survey is probably the most accurate, considering I don't know the Demir sisters. This isn't something I theoretically would have looked at, although I would understand and know the connection between spirits and people.
Okay.
But so yeah, survey's fine. I got a 5.
Okay. So she appears to be completely alone.
Grand. Guess we'll just walk forward and introduce ourselves.
And then as you approach, without turning to acknowledge you, she will say, she will point one finger in your direction, perfectly at you, and name each of you. She says Hamilton, Lester, and you. And she points behind you, the two of you. And now she will turn and she'll say, "Would that be Reginald back there?"
Yes, it would be.
Yeah, like I imagine Prof and I just slide out of the way.
And she's got these really long bony fingers as well, and so when one points at you, you know it.
Right.
She says, "The gods seek to align us again."
If you say so.
Sorry, cha-cha slide.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Carry on.
And she says, "And what irony, you're returning something this time."
Yes. Yes, indeed.
And she looks at you amused, seeing. She sort of looks around you, like noticing the fact that your soul or your spirit is kind of being pushed out or whatever a little bit. And she's going to give a giggle at the demon bane charm, like a crass
Ew.
maybe a little bit of a snort. And
I feel like I'm being judged.
Yeah, I figured you would enjoy this.
I do. Immensely. And she says, "I assume you have the item then, there, in your bag."
Obviously.
And she'll extend her hand.
Is it me or is she getting a little spicy?
Oh,
I think this is the kind of
hate
spice
is
that's gonna
strong
stab
with this
you.
one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some revenge sex or something. I don't know what the fuck. This is
The-
giving me some tension.
This is an angry fuck, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the exact vibe I'm getting from this.
I'm going to come up with specialized tools for that job.
Yes. Yes.
Tinker away. Tinker away.
Could that be is that a long-term project or a short-term project?
Oh my god. Pushing yourself.
That will definitely be required.
Yes.
I guess I will hand it over. That is the job, correct?
And we have a history of both me and you have a history of not giving people magical items they shouldn't have. Is there something in our minds that would stop us? I don't think there is for Prof in this instance, because he doesn't know what it is yet.
Right.
Is there something in yours?
No.
All right, we're good.
Well, yeah, not really. I don't think I'm that familiar with the arcane yet.
So as you extend the item to her, she'll snatch it up very quickly, and won't even look at it, but will sort of just tuck it into the collar of her robes, and and then sort of like trace her hand down her chest and say, like, to her heart, and say,
Look at get some. Chad's down for it.
She says, this transaction has been satisfactory. Your payment will be given to Ellen and relayed to you.
Do I still feel like my soul's being pushed out of my body?
No, the second she took it from your hands, that stopped.
Okay. Well, pleasure as always. And I will start backing out.
Oh, oh, Reginald.
Yes.
Do not forget the dream beyond death.
Can you take a trauma condition here? I think I'm getting one from watching.
And what about the dream?
It has not forgotten you.
You got pissed off a spirit or something, haven't you? I'm gonna have to get some bloody spirit bottles and put them in the crew cave.
Good to know. Tell him I said hi.
And her face will sour, and she'll turn back to the tree.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna slide out the cemetery.
Child slide our way out.
All right.
Yeah.
And with that, I see we are a little over time, so I'm gonna save downtime for actually maybe the beginning of next time, and then when Deacon's here, I'll give him a courtesy downtime activity for him to use, and then maybe that'll be a good way to like review the previous session as well. Maybe I don't know. So
I think so as well. Yeah. Can I donate some of my downtime activity to Deacon so he brings him up to speed?
Maybe. Yeah, we can sort that out next time though. So.
Cool.
Or some of the cohorts.
Yeah, there you go.
We do have an extra 6. You are correct. That's pretty grand.
And with that, we will end it there. And then, like I said, we'll do downtime next time. We'll get all that stuff out of the way.
Yeah, that's what he was doing this week. Is teaching our thugs to be a little bit sneakier.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Excellent. So that is the game. So that was Blades in the Dark, and we do this game like once a month. The other game we do once a month is Dungeon World, which is a really fun D&D style kind of game. Set up somewhat similar to this one. Very narrative based, very play to find out what happens, and And so we do those, and then in between those, we do our dungeon crawlers, which we'll be doing one of those next week, next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In which, if you've been watching, you've been earning points, and you can spend those points at the dungeon crawler to enhance the game as our heroes make their way through this impossible dungeon with an impossible amount of time. There's things you can do. You can redeem your points to have them draw from the deck of many things, for wild magic, for magic armor for them. You can even summon monsters, extra monsters. It's a really good time. So come check that out. It will be an awesome time. And Paul, you stream elsewhere. Would you like to tell people where they can find you?
Indeed, yeah, that'd be my pleasure. So, we have a game coming up tomorrow, which I don't think conflicts of anything. Over on Gallibon's channel on Twitch, I am taking part in a Sword Coast Chronicle typical D&D game. This is not like Blades in the Dark. To answer your question before, Commodore, it's not a D&D module. This is like a completely different system, but it is awesome. Highly recommend looking it up. We play the Sword Coast Chronicles. I play as Krenraid Hillcrest. He is a dwarven zealot barbarian in Worship of Barnacle. Incredibly fun because he's a complete dumbass. And playing a dumbass is always just freaking great. That is on 8 p.m. CST, I believe, on Twitch TV/Galabond.
Awesome. And then, of course, check out dndwow.com. You can get really cool dice there. You can get 10% off of metal color changing dice if you use our code theactionsturge. And they give us dice to give away, so check out, keep an eye out for that, because we do that from time to time. And let us set up a raid here. If you join in the raid, you can get some extra points to spend. All right, and we're going to go say hey to TPK Roleplay. Hopefully that started. Yes, it did. All right. So go ahead and join that, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Night.
Take care, guys.
All right, there's the raid.
Went through.